Howdy, partners, and welcome to episode 2 of Deadlands, Marshals the Great West, Ridin West. Before I turn it over to DM, do need to do a little bit of housekeeping. Want to thank the new followers on Twitter. Also, want to thank the new followers on Twitch. We hit 815 today, which is nuts. We're actually in a friendly race with 3 other streamers of similar size to 1K followers on Twitch. So if you know someone that might enjoy the shows, please do send them our way. We're currently about 100 follows behind the top spot. Thank you to our new followers on Twitch the last couple days. Legend of Zach 177, Tofu the Survivor 91, The Chirp Man, Zello Stream, Alex OGSD, Iron Man Duck, Townsy 86, Swerj Vigzid, the Chad 3883, and thank you to Prophet Inewolf, Mystical Panda, Joker Effect 187 for the raids, and Scotty's on Fire and Twisted Ginger for the gift subs and the biddies. Please remember that bits, subs, and chests are never required or expected anyways, but we are very appreciative when you do. It does help keep us doing what we do. Second, we don't need to talk about that one. We have joined Streamers for Kids, which is a streamer group promoting Extra Life, which, if you're not aware, is a charity by sick kids in hospitals gaming equipment to make the things they're in for not quite as unbearable. If you'd like to donate and brighten some children's lives, simply head to our Twitch page, no matter where you're watching this, twitch.tv/gamersledge, whether we are streaming or not, and scroll down and click on the giant program schedule logo. That will take you right to the donation page from there. So that's twitch.tv/gamersledge and click on the giant program schedule logo. Sixth, please don't forget to check in for 1 point in the channel points redemptions below the Twitch chat box. Twitch chat only goes back a little bit, but point redemptions show up for a long time, so please do check in. Also, if you are hosting us, please let us know with the new 1 point I'm hosting redemption, since Twitch alerts for hosting are broken. Hosting helps promote us to Mr. Algorithm, so if you're not already hosting someone else, please do consider giving us a host. Schedule for the rest of this week. Tomorrow night will be the Gamers Ledge podcast at 7:15 p.m. Pacific. And lastly, although we are playing a TTRPG tonight and we aren't able to verbally interact with each of you, I will be in chat as much as I normally would. Know that we do see you, and you can still participate in our games. How you ask? It's quite easy. Look for the TTRPG or Deadlands channel point redemptions, and you can make things easier for the players or more interesting. Also, a reminder, please do not use the blurb panel for sounds for bits. It will take your bits and will not play the sound. So please don't do that for this stream, as that overlay is not active. We would love for you to cheer bits normally instead. And with that, I will turn it over to our DM, John. Hi, John.
Hey, Mark. How you doing?
Good.
Happy to be here. This is week 4?
Week 4.
We're week 4. Wow, there we go. So, when we last ended, you guys had boarded the train and had started heading west, and you kind of rode the train off in the sunset, and that's where we ended. And so today is a new day. And and of course, October is left on his horse ahead of you and somehow thinks he's going to get there when you do. We'll see how that works. And yeah, so that's it. So you had a nice dinner on the train, and unless there's something you want to do specifically, you guys turned in, and it's morning. So again, unless there's something you want to do, it'll be morning.
Morning it is.
Morning it is. Outstanding. So you guys wake up in your individual rooms on the train, and you can already smell breakfast cooking.
I will mosey down wherever there's food.
All right. There's a wow, where'd that word go? Whatever the word for the there's a word for the train car that you eat on.
Dining car?
Dining car. I guess that is it. I was trying to think of some fancy word, but I guess that is what it is. So you go down to the dining car, and you see that there's already some eggs, some biscuits, some bacon, um, and big jar of marmalade. And your steward, who you met last night, he helped you guys get to your rooms. The steward is August Hammond, and matter of fact, I will just go ahead. There you go. I put that in chat, in the Roll20 chat. That is everybody that's on the train. Should be 13 people. Yep, 13. So I'll go through it with you guys if you're looking at that. Mm-hmm. Of course, you have the Marshal, Abraham T. Hillier. You have yourselves, Charles, Colin, October. You have Umberto, who is your resident scientist to try to figure out anything weird that's going on. You have the engineer, guy running the train, Henry Bowers. You have Willis Birch, who is the fireman, and that's the actual term of the guy that shovels the coal from the tinder into the fires. Yes, Mark?
I was just saying exactly that.
You're saying what, sir?
What happened? Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Something happened. Hold on. Sorry. Okay, does everything look good on your side? Looks good on my side. Okay. Sorry, I was just repeating what you were saying at the same time you were saying it.
Yeah, everything looks fine. There we go. Yep. Everything's moving. I'm looking at the stream on my phone.
Yep.
Looks fine. So yeah, Willis Birch is the fireman. You've got August Hammond, I already told you, is the steward. You have Graciela Ordonez, which is Umberto's daughter, and she's taking care of the horses in your cattle, in your not cattle car, but your livestock car. And then you have 4 more deputy marshals that the marshal brought with him. You have Jake Weber, Percy Everett, Estelle Carson, and Charlie Levy. And everybody is here in the dining car except for the engineer, the fireman, and Graciela isn't here, and Percy isn't here, but everybody else is.
I look out the window. Do I see October riding anywhere?
You do not.
Okay. I will. Daniel, does October normally take food if it's given to him?
You haven't seen him eat it. He'll take it, like, to be polite, but you haven't seen him actually eat it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna grab a biscuit, cut it in half, put bacon on it along with an egg, and smash it. Try and find a napkin to wrap it up in, and I'll put it in my pocket for October, assuming I see him today.
Okay. All right. Yeah, y'all are headed to Columbia is the next town on your stop, and you'll stop there and get some water and a little coal and be able to step off the train for a minute. And so So, is there anybody you wanted to talk to, or are you just going to sit and eat breakfast?
I'll turn to Chuck and say, hey, this October fella, you sure he's gonna be able to keep pace with us?
If he says he's going to do something, generally it happens. That's all I can really
Alright.
say. But
He's none too keen on modern technology, is he?
no, no, but neither are any of the other Sioux I've ever seen or met. So I can't say I'm surprised. But all I know is I had a nice, relaxing rest using modern technology. So I'll use his share, and then I make myself an egg, bacon, and biscuit sandwich for breakfast. And
while you do that, Umberto is kind of in the food line with you, and he says with a little bit of a accent, which I am not, as I said in riffs, I am going to follow through here. I'm not an impressionist. I don't do accents, so don't expect one. But
I am now
Umberto, yeah. You can expect for as long as you want. Umberto, who has a Mexican accent, slight Mexican accent. He says, I couldn't help over here. He says, I have to tell you, I'm kind of fond of modern technology myself. And he gives you a little.
Well, on the other hand, I think the Sioux have a point. You know, they mend leather, they build things with their hands. And with the way things are going here in the future, I'd be surprised if big city folk kind of forget how to do those kinds of things.
To each their own, I suppose, but I personally like this here train.
Well, I'm not disagreeing with you.
Now, Umberto, he says, now don't get me wrong. He says, I very much believe in doing things with my hands. I make all kinds of things, and I believe that's a part of what a man ought to be able to know how to do. So I guess I see both your points.
Well,
like I said, got nothing against it. Just curious is all.
I suppose I have fulfilled my quota for the day as I hold up my egg and bacon sandwich. I have made this with my hands. Now I think it's time to demolish it with my face. And I will actually. You said that the other deputy marshals are in there as well?
All but one.
I will turn to Doc and I'll say, you know anything about these other marshals, deputies?
I never met him yet. I know, Abe tended to have quite a few and sent them out pretty sparsely, so it's no big surprise I haven't met everybody.
You haven't formally met. You've seen Charlie Levy. He's a tall, slender black gentleman, and I promise I'll have everybody's picture. We have 8 of the 13 ready for tonight. I'll have everybody by next week, I promise. But I couldn't do it without Daniel's amazing help. So I'm gonna all credit to Daniel for getting all of us our tokens. But yeah, Charlie Levy, he's you've seen him. Like I said, he's a tall, slender black gentleman. And matter of fact, why don't you roll me a d6?
Me?
Yes. I'm just randomly trying to see if you may or may not know something. Yeah, that's. I was looking for a middle of the. You haven't met him formally, but you have heard his nickname is Slim.
I haven't,
He's
haven't
tall and
met
skinny. Sometimes nicknames are right on the nose, you know.
Slim over there, though. I have heard of him by reputation only. He's kind of hard to miss.
Is that a good reputation or a bad reputation?
Well, he knows what he's doing. It's a good one. He's one of the good ones.
Well, I'm not the real socializing type. Personally.
Don't worry, leave that to me.
Good. I'll follow you.
Go ahead.
All right. Breakfast is good. Everything you're eating. August is apparently a really good cook.
I'll grab a plate and a cup of coffee and head over and start eating.
Yeah, good job.
I will say to August with a half full mouth, did you mark this?
He tells you yes. He says, and he's got a matter of fact. Doc notices this instantly. You can tell he's got a little bit of a Boston accent. Matter of fact, it sounds like he's tried to lose his Boston accent, but there's enough of it there, and you spend enough time East Coast to kind of catch the hints of it. And he says, thank you, Marshall. I do my best.
I raised the other half of me. I said, "It's real good. I appreciate it. Thank you for making it."
Well, I'll see you at lunch.
We get lunch too.
Full service on this train, I guess.
I'm gonna have to get out and do some exercise.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
So, as you look out the window of the train, you see that Mark knows what it looks like. I don't know. Just a second. I don't know the travel experience of the rest of y'all, but Mark knows what that stretch between Columbia and St. Louis looks like.
Oh my God, nothing.
So,
Forever.
well, rolling hills,
Yeah.
trees,
Yeah.
very green. I'll be honest, Missouri's one of the greenest states I've ever been in. That surprises a lot of people when they actually finally go visit. But yeah, very green. And like I said, rolling hills. And you see some occasional wildlife or maybe some cattle or a house here or there. And so yeah. You did go through a town you kind of blazed through. You didn't stop, but you did blaze through Wentzville.
And by blaze, you mean
And,
about 25 miles an hour, right?
Well, yeah.
Okay, just checking.
I mean, you do realize that one of my favorite trivia, little useless knowledge things about train was when they started getting trains that went all the way to 25 miles an hour, that there was a doctor who was widely published, who claimed that traveling that fast was bad for people's health.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was kind of it was the anti-vaxxers of the cowboy era.
So the scene in Back to the Future 3 where they get the train to do 88 miles an hour was bullshit.
No, I saw it in the movie. It happened.
It did destroy it. It did destroy the train.
But anyway, yeah, this little bit of silliness there is that Yeah. Somebody thought, because, oh my gosh, they'd never gone that fast before. So, yeah, blazing speed of 25 miles an hour. Anyway, I realize you're joking. I'm sorry.
Yes, no. I mean, sort of.
So, yeah, you blaze right through that. And not much to see, but definitely a little bit of town. And you expect nothing but countryside between there and Columbia. And August starts cleaning up the breakfast. And I don't know if you guys want to go anywhere or do anything. Percy eventually comes in. You can tell by the way he's kind of pulling himself together and yawning that he's up a little late. As he comes in, you see Abraham kind of raise an eyebrow at him, and Percy shrugs and gets some breakfast, sits down just in time. And as soon as all four of them had eaten, the four deputy marshals start playing some cards. And and the train goes on.
I go over to the guys playing cards and see if I can join them.
Absolutely. Pull up a seat.
Hey, thank you.
Pull up a seat.
I'll just go watch.
Playing 5-card or?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Do you, why don't you make me a gambling roll?
Especially since you're the only one that has one. I somehow feel like
it's a friendly game. Who cares?
Okay.
Okay. All right. You don't want to use Benny on that?
How many?
They
sure,
reset. They reset every game, so you're back up to 4.
How do I just?
Oh, we have a drink partners redemption. Drink partners.
All right. Hey, partners. All right, go ahead and re-roll, brother.
Eesh.
Just move the numbers around. All right. Well, the funny thing is that's still better than what I rolled, so you still win the hand.
Oh, all right.
I actually rolled a critical failure.
Doug, you're being singled out for not drinking.
Oh. Sorry, it's all I got.
It's all good. It's all good.
All right. You want to play another hand?
Sure, why not? Oh, that's better.
Yeah, that's better. So, just a reminder of how things work. So, normally you're looking for a 4 for success, and either your attribute die or your wild die, either one. Both happen to be a success. And if you have a 4 over your target number, which typically is a 4, but not always, you have a raise. So in this case, you're 3 over the target number, and which means you have success.
Cool.
Now the other issue is that I'm using this as an opposed roll, which means not only do you need a success, but you also have to roll higher than I did. Which in this case you did. And so, you end up winning the hand again. And they're playing pennies. I mean, it's not like these guys are rich or anything, but you're up 10 cents so far.
All right.
And
You're
it's
rich.
it's Percy's time to deal, and as he's starting to deal, y'all feel the train start to slow down.
Guess we're
And,
almost there.
Yeah, it doesn't look. You can look out the window, and it doesn't look like you're in civilization. And they said you'd be there this afternoon, and it's not even lunch yet. I mean, it's what, an hour after breakfast. So, no reason to be stopping.
Well, I mean,
And
25 is a long de-escalation to get to 0.
I know you might be joking, but there's like
I-
30 cars on this train.
Yeah, I know. I would just assume that's what it is until I hear differently.
Well, it's not going to take hours to stop the train, but anyway, train comes to a stop. Abraham looks at y'all and says, Charles,
Yes, sir.
why don't you and Doc go check this out?
Oh,
We shouldn't be stopping here.
already.
All right. I'm gonna head back to my room, grab my guns.
Yeah, I'll do the same. Grab just the rifle because
Right.
pistols are on me.
Yep.
And you know what? I'm gonna actually climb up and walk up the top of the cars.
Okay.
Jump.
I'll head out.
You're going to go on the ground. When you climb up on the top of the car and start walking, where are your eyes looking? Are you looking ahead, to the sides? What are you doing, Mark?
Kind of all the above. I mean, scan forward first. If I don't see anything up there, then I'll kind of look to the, down towards the left as far as I can see, down to the right, and then continue moving forward. Kind of do that check every car that I jump.
I gotcha. So right when you get up top, the first time you look over to your left, you actually see October standing next to his horse. And what's he doing, Daniel? We may never know.
I'm on mute. Of
Okay.
course.
Yes.
I have to remember that Discord is different. He seems to be going through his saddlebags, and he pulls out a horse brush and looks back over his shoulder at Charles and nods. There's a cloud of dust blowing past as if they had just kind of pulled to a halt when the train did.
I'll be. You can keep up.
It would seem so.
Are you on the left or right side, Doc?
The right side.
Okay. All right. So you saw October through a gap in the cars, and so October, you see Charles walking on top. You see Doc walking on the right side, and the train seems to be at a stop in a odd location.
Seeing that they're both moving forward, October will move forward as well on the left.
Okay, with the horse or without?
Is the train completely stopped?
Yes.
Yes.
Then he'll leave the horse tied to the side of the train.
Also,
Okay.
Also, you make a agility. I'm looking. Yeah, make a. I would think agility.
It's agility when you throw the biscuit at him.
Yep, 100%.
Nope.
Incoming as the biscuit thwacks.
Hits me in the chest, falls to the ground, and then October will just look at his leather vest that now has egg on it.
Yeah, it was
Well,
in a napkin.
was wrapped in a
It was
napkin.
wrapped in a napkin.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't.
He'll pick it up off the ground, dust it off, and do one of the thank you shakes.
10-second rule.
Tuck it into a saddlebag, never to be seen again.
Yep.
So,
It's
all
gonna
right.
end up being what do you call them? Lumps? What do you call them? I can't remember.
Clumps.
Clumps.
Clumps,
It
yes.
ended up being
Yeah.
a clump.
So, you can walk as far as the tender, Mark or
Okay.
Charles,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yep.
Obviously, once you get there, you could keep walking, but it's awfully difficult because you're on shifting terrain at that point.
But can I see past the tender into the engineer compartment?
You can, and you can also see ahead of the train, and you're the other two of you are even with Charles there. Can everybody give me a notice roll?
I can.
Will everyone give me a notice roll? You know, I almost did you in October plan that on purpose?
We are connected.
We have been spending a lot of time together.
Apparently. And it's almost like you guys are opposites or something. But that's 3 successes is what I have there. So the first thing you notice, Charles, is you notice that there is you notice that the engineer is they have that little door and a platform on the side of the engine, and he's kind of leaning out, looking ahead. You see the fireman leaning out the other side, and up ahead in front of the train, you see a horse on the tracks.
Is there a rider on the horse?
There is not. And matter of fact, it looks like, you're not sure unless you get closer, but it looks like the horse might have been, it looks like it's got tack for a wagon instead of a saddle and such. But
Yeah, go up
So
to the horse.
here's my logistics question. Does this train have a cow catcher?
it does, yes.
Okay, and he didn't just scoop the horse off with a cow catcher?
He likes horses.
Okay, all right. Fair. Well, I will actually pull out the rifle and I will cover Doc with the scope while he investigates up there.
Okay. What are you doing, October?
October's going to go with Doc up to the horse. Assuming Doc is even going up to the horse. We're making a lot of assumptions.
Yeah. As I walk past the engine and say, Henry, I certainly don't see that every day on the track, do you?
It's a heck of a deal.
Also, just FYI, I'd seen nothing on this map.
It's black.
Really?
Yes.
Agreed.
You probably need a light source.
That's what I get for...
You win!
Fog of War is off.
Mafia 6869
What
rated
am I
on
hearing?
stream with 3 viewers.
Yeah.
Mafia, thank you for the raid.
Nice.
I need to figure out. Yes, long man indeed.
Oh my gosh. I started playing with settings and I think I made it worse.
I'm going to mute for just 1 second.
There we go.
All right.
Can you see
Welcome
the map
in,
now?
Raiders. Hello there. Thank you, Mafia, for the raid. You're rock star.
No.
Mafia. Let's give you a shout out. How the heck are you? How was your stream? Did you get the dubs? Unless that is indeed my raid alert. I absolutely
There
love
you
it.
go.
There you go. Oh, there he can't hear me because I'm on mute. There you go. Now we can see it.
Yeah.
Is my screen just a white screen?
Yeah, on Discord, but on my phone I can see you're streaming just fine.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
me too. I was just trying to share that with you guys, so that's strange.
Yeah, no, I just see the white, but I know how your computer is, so I wasn't gonna say anything.
It's all good. I'm just gonna stop streaming that then. Oh, that screwed up the stream, didn't it? Well, I guess I'll stream that again here in a second. Hold on.
It looks like stream is fine.
No, there you go.
On the phone I can see
No,
actually.
it moved.
It moved everybody.
Yeah, it moved. Everybody. So give me 1 second.
See, that's why I don't say things.
Okay,
Just
quick.
let it lie.
While I'm the GM, everyone gets 4 more additional levels.
Yes, I like this. I like this. Wait.
That'll teach Sean for leaving us in the dark. Then
What did I do? How did I do this? Screen. That's how I did it. Screen, and then I said,
Have a Benny for making me laugh.
thank you.
It's
well,
back.
except that everybody's in the wrong spot.
Wrong spot.
And I can't just drag people? That would be a negative.
I don't even think I'm showing up.
You're not, because it's showing the stream.
Huzzah.
Hey, do me a favor, John, and turn your camera off and then back on. Let's see if that moves you. Kept you right where you were. Fantastic. Can I pause the streaming and not stop it?
Do you want me to try and then Doug to try?
Yeah, maybe.
Just stop the video.
Yeah, just stop the
Go ahead,
camera.
you go first. Yeah, just stop the camera and then come back.
Hey.
Except it pushes him out now.
I was back for a second.
Well, so Doug is in the right spot. I'm in the right spot. It is John and Daniel that need to swap.
Row.
So no big deal. Easy to fix. Sort of. Let me just find you guys. Okay, that's Doug. Doug's in the right spot. Daniel is not in the right spot. So I can fix that.
Daniel.
I thought you could rearrange them. That is so weird.
Yeah, I thought so as well. No, that didn't do it. That did it. But I don't see a way to... This is also one of the reasons I didn't use Discord. I'm only using it now because it wasn't crashing my computer every 7 seconds. Okay, so Doug's in the right spot. This one goes away. That was Daniel. This one goes away. There we go. So now I just need to redraw John and Daniel. Smart selection. Daniel. Okay, so there's Daniel. Come down here, Daniel. You're actually on the left now, which I don't think you've been in the corner yet this game. Nobody puts Daniel in the corner except me. And then we need John. And there's John.
Yay.
It's not perfect, but it's close enough for government work. Let's go.
Okay. All right. I threw you guys on the map. Hopefully, it just turned white for me again. Oh, there. Now it's back.
Oh, I know why. It's because, you know what? Give me 1 second. What happens to the stream if I do that? Oh, nothing. Great. Oh, what happened to John?
I don't know.
Don't do that. Okay, great.
I tried to mute myself for half a second, and I clicked camera instead of microphone.
Luckily, you didn't move, so that's good. Okay, so we're good. Please proceed.
Oh, the horror. All right. I guess in a way, I put you guys on the map randomly earlier today. I guess randomly I kind of got it right.
Mhm.
So there you go. So there's your horse on the tracks.
I'm going to move up to this boulder here.
Okay.
Do I notice anything about the
About the horse?
horse?
No, it's seen you, and it's certainly skittish, but I mean it doesn't seem. The horse seems agitated, but it's seen you and it isn't reacting in a negative way to seeing you, if that makes any sense.
And I'll keep moving past the boulder.
Okay. Are you moving up also, October?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm looking through the scope. If I'm not seeing any movement elsewhere, is this horse tied to the track?
It is not.
Is there anything keeping it on the track?
Nope. It's just where it just happened to decide to stand. At least that you can see. It is trailing the hitch lines behind him.
I will follow, since I'm elevated, I'll follow the hitch lines to the right. Do I see anything?
Roll a notice.
Survey says.
Okay, you think you see it's kind of there's a big rock there in the way, and it's among some tall grass, but you think to the right maybe you see a wagon, kind of where you see a wagon on the map.
I say, I will shout out, looks like a wagon to the right.
I see it. I'm
All right.
still gonna go up to the horse and pull it, kind of try and pull it off the track.
Okay.
For
You're just gonna walk up and start yanking on it, or?
I won't just start yanking, just kind of petting it a little bit and trying to be nice to it, and then kind of really slowly tug on him to see if he'll move.
So when you walk up and start petting on him, you rub him. You put your hand right there and start rubbing him between his eyes. The horse, leans his head into your shoulder, almost like he's kind of looking for comfort or something.
He kind of ruffling his mane.
Yeah, he just he's seems to calm down a little bit. Are you gonna? Which way are you pulling him off the track?
To the left towards October.
Okay.
And well, as you were doing that, October is going to cross across the railroad tracks to look at the cart.
Okay, so you're pulling him towards the cart or away from the cart?
Towards the cart.
He kind of takes a tentative step, but then stops.
Okay, now turn him around and take him away from the cart then.
Yeah, he goes easily.
Okay.
He lets you lead him that way.
October is going to walk back to the horse. He will reach into his satchel and he'll take out a couple dots of paint, and he will press one dot of white onto the horse's forehead and run 2 lines of red down underneath each eye and attempt to cast a spell.
Okay.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna scan the area.
So that's with a raise, and he will tell the horse, go back and wait near the back of the train. There's a woman there that can help you, and she will make sure you're safe. And this is Beast Friend with an advance, so it makes it more brave and more willing to follow my orders.
He kind of lowers his head before he goes, and puts his head, just fully presses it, not enough to knock you over, but really firmly, right in the center of your chest, and just holds it there for a minute.
He'll get good pets and scritches, and then I'll send him on his way.
He happily trots off towards the train.
And October will do a whistle to Chuck that he and I have been kind of working on some of the not talking long distance stuff. That means we're going to investigate, and I'm going to point to the horse and point to the back of the train to show him where the horse is going.
And after you whistle to him, you hear like the beginning of a couple whistles, and then a shout, "Okay!"
October shakes his head. And then he'll pat Doc on the shoulder and start walking towards the... oh my goodness.
Cart.
Thank you. Cart.
No problem.
I was thinking I had carriage in my brain, but I knew it wasn't a carriage.
Have a Benny for that, Mark. You made me chuckle.
I'll follow him.
All right. So, why don't you both give me put yourself where you want to be, Doc?
I'm still.
I was just trying to help.
Also,
Roger that. Why don't you both? You can decide whichever's higher. You can either roll your matter of fact, you can roll 2, Charles. You can roll again, whichever is higher, notice or knowledge. The only thing is you have a -4 to this roll, Charles.
Win!
Does my scope negate some of that?
Your scope's the only reason why you get to roll.
Yeah, okay. Heard. I'm going to roll
rated
and
my
be on
stream
mute
with 8
for just
views.
1 second. What's up, Raiders? Welcome in. Hello there. And thank you for the raid, DBZ Yanni. I buried my Discord. I need to...
Did not go on mute.
I know. Sorry. Hold on. I'm getting there. There we go. What's up, Raiders? Welcome in. Hello there. Thank you for the raid, DBZ Yanni.
All right.
And welcome to the
Should we
stream,
wait
everybody.
for him, or do we press on?
I think you can press on. He's still listening. He's just taking care of his...
I got you. Okay. All right.
If
when we
it's
were
your
doing
first
riffs, we
time
didn't do this
in-
raid and this other stuff, so I gotta catch up to the
Well,
new way of doing things.
the irony is, you did. You just didn't know it.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
If it's your first time in, we are Gamers
So what do we
Ledge.
have here?
We are a group of 11 different editors and
Wow, he rolled at
contributors.
15.
And we're currently playing a tabletop role-playing game.
You know what? These rolls make perfect sense to me. October, this is a wagon. This is a
Let me give
man-made
DBZ a
thing,
shout
and
out.
it's full of man-made things, and even some iron things.
And welcome in,
You have
X-Prime
absolutely
Lights.
no interest of what you see
Josh,
in that wagon.
welcome to the stream.
When
Hello
you
there.
said knowledge, it made me almost want to roll knowledge because I knew I was going to have a good one.
So
Right now we're investigating a cart
and what's funny
a
is
horse that was
Doc
left
and
on
Charles
train
almost
tracks.
have the same roll, considering that Charles has a -4 to his roll. The reason he has a -4 is I was going to tell you what's in the back of the wagon. And knowledge or notice,
Oh,
just to
thank you
see
for
if
the
you
raid,
guys
you're
can
rock
figure
star.
out what it is. And
Sorry, no raid
my gosh,
video tonight.
you both have a raise, one raise. And this is railroad equipment.
Very much
This is
appreciate
tools
you, DDZiani. You're a rock star. Thank you for the
railroad
raid.
ties.
And welcome in, everybody.
And it looks like stuff
If it is
that
your
someone
first
who
time
is
here,
working on the railroad.
Make sure you check in down below for one
not
point.
Not building a railroad, more like doing
so I
maintenance
can give you a shout out
stuff.
on Twitter after we're done. With the stream.
Shovels and pickaxes and stuff. But somebody who's doing maintenance, it looks like what they might be using.
Just costs a single point down there.
And this looks like some tools for railroad work. Uses some railroad ties, some pickaxes, hammers. Huh. Looks like somebody was out here working on the tracks.
This is all it takes to make this, and October will point back to the railroad.
Oh, it takes quite a bit more than this, but I suppose if they're just doing some regular maintenance on it, it is about it, yeah.
How is your stream on?
Takes almost an army to lay down one of these tracks, though. Lay them fresh, anyway.
Yes, I remember when they began cutting through the simulation. I watched them at a distance.
I would like to, once I figure out what's in the back of the vehicle, I'm actually going to look at the train tracks for any sign of tampering through the scope.
Give me a notice roll.
I already did.
By the way, your last notice there was
I know.
pretty super heroic. A -4. Woo.
I got you -4.
That's a more normal. Well, is it, if it's a -4, I'll spend.
No. Okay. This is a normal row. I was just trying to, with your scope. I didn't tell you to look at the wagon. Just there was a roll to see if you just happened to look at the wagon, and if you just happened to look at the wagon with your scope to see if you could tell that it was railroad equipment in the wagon. So I mean, it was a whole lot of. That's why you had a -4. You're intentionally looking up and down the tracks. You see one of the railroad, not the tie, what's the log that the rail goes on?
That's a tie.
Is that the tie?
Yeah.
No, isn't the tie the steel thing they drive into that?
No, that's a pinion or a railroad. Oh, you know what? Maybe you're right.
No, I think John's right. I'm
Yeah.
not sure what that.
I think a railroad tie is the.
Oh, you're right. The wood is a tie. Then it was. What was the golden?
The reason I thought that the wood was a tie is because we use
Spike.
them
It's a
for
spike.
farming. We use them for farming. And Mark actually said spike too.
Good.
Yeah, spike.
We're all right.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you see one of the ties near Doc Jameson looks brand new, and the stuff around it looks like it's been disturbed. Like they dug up the gravel and everything to get the tie out, and you can see it. But it apparently they've put a new tie in.
Oh, so they put a new tie in.
Yeah.
They were coming to repair it.
Yeah. So so the tracks look the right distance apart. Doesn't look like they were trying to do something mess with it.
Well, I mean, you are looking through your scope,
right?
And you have but I mean, from where you are, that's what it looks like.
Okay. I'll wait till they come back and I'll compare notes with them then. But I'm still scanning for people that this horse belonged to.
I'll scan the surrounding area too.
Yeah, why don't October, you and Doc make notice rolls.
I didn't notice anything.
Yeah, apparently not.
That's when you say my shoes. That is the appropriate thing to say.
What did you just step in?
You're not sure, October, but you think you see something. You just have a feeling that there's something up there towards the top of the map.
Do you smell that?
No.
What
are you smelling?
Nothing good. And October will start walking towards the.
All right, I'm going to take control of your guys.
Please do.
And are you going to follow October there, Doc?
Yeah.
All right. You guys get right there, and both of you make notice rolls.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah. So October, Doc, you see 5 or 6 dead bodies. You're not sure from where you are. October, because you have a raise on your notice roll, you can tell that not only are there dead bodies, but they have they've got markings, red markings and boils all over them. Like maybe they're diseased.
So, real quick, I'm gonna move this and pretend I was over here. He's going to put his arm up to stop Doc from getting any closer.
I'll stop. What's going on?
It looks like illness.
Oh. You tell what kind?
Hey, DM.
Yes, sir.
At this point in this universe, being that it's darker and more fearful, have we seen the plague? Have we seen consumption? Have we seen some of these pretty well-known diseases that hit the American Midwest around this time?
Doc has a doctor in the Civil War. He has seen some bad things. And once October says that, you look at this and you're not sure, but but he's there if you need a friend is the thing. So make a knowledge roll for me, or healing, knowledge or healing, Doc, whichever is higher, whichever you prefer.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's a raise. There is no way from this distance you can be sure, but it looks like smallpox is your first thought.
Ooh. Oh, well. Can't be sure from this distance, but I'd say that's smallpox. We're definitely going to want to keep our distance.
You have a raise. The one thing that does occur to you, though, is, and again, you're not real sure, 5 or 6 bodies. The tie looks like it was freshly replaced. There was a horse and a wagon. How did 5 or 6 bodies suddenly drop dead of smallpox? Because they don't look like they've been here very long. How did they drop dead of smallpox a short time after just putting in a railroad tie? That's a thought that occurs to you.
Doc would know what the standard incubation time of smallpox would be, having seen it, right?
Yes.
And
I'm Googling.
I figured.
It takes a couple weeks.
These bodies ain't been here long enough for smallpox to take hold. And that rail tie back there looks like it's fresh.
I wouldn't know either of these things.
Would you know of any magic that can do this sort of thing?
October goes very quiet.
take that as a yes.
I have seen magic that brought illness to my people. I've also seen people bring illness to my people.
Yeah, but people bring illnesses much slower than that. You should get back and warn the others.
Are we safe having come this close?
We should be safe from this distance, sure.
You told me this was possibly magic. It was unlike as you have seen. Would it be safe for us to go back to the train?
Well, I don't know much about magic. I'm just spitballing at this point.
You have a message, October.
From off in the distance toward the train, you hear, "What'd you find?"
Doc, why don't you go back and let them know? I'm going to walk around in a wide circle to see if these are the only victims.
All right, well, you be careful.
And you, make sure they feel comfortable with you coming close.
All right. So I'll head back to the boulder. And about where is the train? Is the train exactly where Charles's token is?
No, it's I don't know. The distance you currently are from Charles on this map, that's about how far back the train is.
So yeah.
And Charles is on top of the train?
Yep.
Yeah, right behind the
Okay.
tender.
Chuck,
What'd you find?
nothing good. There's some bodies back there. Looks like it might have been smallpox.
How'd they get it? Were they in the cart?
No, they're sprawled out a fair distance away from the cart. October's taking a look around, but I don't know. Something ain't right with it. I've seen smallpox before, and it doesn't take that quickly.
You think this might be something we need to pull Umberto in on?
It might. Just tell him to take precautions.
What about you in October? Were you exposed?
I don't think so, but at best we'd stay out here for now, just in case.
All right, I'll get Umberto and let him know what's going on.
All right.
And I start jumping Top's cars back until I get back to the end, and I'll swing down. Well,
And then I'll move back around to the...
whatever car it was that everybody was in, the dining room car.
And October's heading north.
Yes.
For the winter?
Well, yeah. Yeah, it's the best time to go north. Just a second. I'm doing stuff in the UE here. Let me catch back up. All right. There we go. There we go. Okay. Right. Good. All right. So you go to the north, October, and you are doing a good job of staying away from the camp. That's no problem. And but you do see, because the grasses are kind of tall here, and you do see that heading off to the north. Are you going to get close to that, or just kind of it's good enough you can see the path? You don't really want to go look at it too close.
Good enough where I can see the path. I think Mark has hand raised.
Can
Mark
horses
has what? Oh, hand grenades?
hand raised?
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't. Yes, sir.
Can horses contract smallpox or carry smallpox?
Thanks.
Ask Doc.
Doc, can horses carry smallpox?
I'll let you know the answer here in a second. Well,
Why don't you let Doc look that up?
I already looked it up. I'll send him a message.
Smallpox.
There you go. All right.
No, the horse is fine. Animals won't carry smallpox, only humans.
All right. Just making sure before they handled him.
Yeah.
In that case, yeah, I will drop down into the car. I will talk to Umberto and tell him what we found, and then I'll tell the marshal also.
But
I'm
you
not,
go
I'm
to
not
the
gonna like yell it. I'm just gonna tell him quietly.
right. You actually get to the car and the dining car, and they're actually in there having a conversation. It turns out, and as soon as he sees you, Abraham says, "What's the report?"
Can I talk to Umberto and the marshal here real quick? I say back.
Abraham says, "Yeah, speak."
Alrighty. Well, looks like something happened. There's 5 dead bodies with smallpox, but it looks like it's been brought on super quick, not like the normal from what Doc was saying. Doc in October haven't been exposed, but they're keeping their distance and staying outside the train for right now anyways. There's something odd about the bodies. Couldn't see them from where I was, but thought we might want to involve Umberto. With precautions.
Yeah, Umberto says, interesting. Fast smallpox. He says, yes, let me get something from my lab, and I will investigate.
And also there's a horse that we can pick up here.
Just walking in is Gabriella, and she says, I've already taken care of the horse.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Abraham says, Charles, why don't you go check on Doc in October?
Okay. And I'm going
to Percy. Take Percy with you.
Come on, Percy. Nice to meet you.
You. And
this time I'll get off the left side, walk up the left side of the train. And then once we clear the front of the train, then I'll circle wide of Doc because I don't know what the distance requirement is, but I'll stay good fair bit away from him. And I will also pull up I'll pull the handkerchief off my neck and tie it around my mouth like I'm a bandit up over my nose. Just because that's how Charles thinks he will protect himself.
All right. Give me 2 more seconds here. I'm doing something. All right. Okay. All right. So, you, October, um, you kind of reach the top of a hill, and you can see, you can see a mile or so ahead, and um, basically you see it's easy to see this just track of beaten down grass, and it's still going just dead north. And it's going at least a mile or so north, and you see um, past another hill, um, you see fire and or smoke, um, but it looks like campfire smoke. Like maybe there's a campfire up there or something. Um, Maybe one that's burnt out. Um, and so it's not a lot of smoke, but it's over the hill.
He will circle back towards the group, and within earshot, he'll speak. He's not going to yell, but he'll speak and he'll say, a path from one of these or the person who did this to them heads north, and is a bit of a walk, and it looks like there is a campfire that may have been put out recently.
Now that I can see the bodies because I'm closer, does this look like they were camping there? Oh, I'm not that close.
Okay, put yourself where you want to be.
I'm about here.
Okay.
I am not getting close to Doc.
He's standing over one of the bodies.
Okay. Where are you at, October? You're kind of up here somewhere?
Yeah, I mean, I figured I was on the other side of this camp, like within loud voice talking.
Okay. Right. So you're north of there, but are you on that side of the bodies?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So doesn't look like a camp. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell from the distance. I mean, you can look through your scope or whatever, but it looks like they just kind of fell over right where they are. Kind of like they walked up there and just kind of fell over and died.
Okay. What are you thinking, Doc?
I don't know. Mighty suspicious.
If something did this, like you think might be the case, Doc, and then it headed north. If it did not do this, there's a chance it might also be sick, and we still need to stop them.
Agreed. Suppose we mount up and head out.
All right, I'll go get the horses. And I go back and get the horses.
Umberto is just walking up, and you see he's got like some contraption that looks like a kind of like a steampunk plague doctor mask on, and some kind of rubber gloves. And he starts walking up to the bodies. And you're going to go get the horses?
Yeah, I'll go get the horses and bring them all up.
All right. As you get...
especially October's. I gave him scritches on the way.
On the way to the livestock car, you can see that Graciela already has the horses outside of the car, and she's already getting them saddled up.
You are a gem, Graciela. Thank you.
My pleasure.
And I will jump on mine and take the reins for Doc's, and then stop along the way and pick up October's from untying it from the train and bringing it forward. All coming up the left side if it matters.
All right. So Just a second. Okay. All right. So you go up and you're gonna start going down that path that October found.
Mm-hmm.
All right. There we go. All right. All right. So, and it's the four of you on horseback, right?
Yeah.
Oh, was I getting a horse for Humberto also?
Percy.
Percy, right?
Oh.
I forgot about Percy. My bad. Yes,
What
I
color is the
apologize.
shirt?
I forgot you were there.
that's right.
What color is this Marshall's shirt?
Red.
Does he really need a horse? Seems a lot of work for us to have to bring that horse back. Unridden.
Took me a long time to figure out what color his shirt was.
I
I was
totally-
thinking, I was like, I don't know. I haven't started making him yet.
I totally said red as soon as he said it.
Oh, did you? I didn't
Yeah.
hear you.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
I mean, Percy, you're so thin when you turn sideways, I can't see you. It's no reckon I didn't.
Yeah, just a
notice you.
second. I'm reading something here.
I can tell you
Okay.
the rules for disease in Savage Worlds aren't very thorough.
Not what I was looking for. You're good. All right. So yeah. So you guys whoa. Uh-oh. Okay. I brought up something really weird. Okay, so you guys start heading off. You guys, it's about an hour to get to the point where you get to where that fire was. And there we go. I'm sorry, I'm multitasking and doing a terrible job at it. There we go. Okay. You can rearrange your order. You're in the bottom right of the map.
Also, crazed anime fan, welcome to the stream. Hello there. We can do what now?
You can reorder yourselves. Your tokens are at the bottom right of the map.
I see that. I'm fine where I am. Now, are these people upright or dead? It's hard to tell.
It is hard to tell from where you are.
Fair enough.
All right. There you go. Wait a minute. I was just moving Percy up so I could add a name to him.
Oh, let Percy go first. Duh.
There's kind of a little bit of a hill between you and the camp.
Percy can scale it.
Percy can scale it.
You can go ahead and move him if you want. Hey, Crazed Animal, we're playing Deadlands. It's the rule set is Savage Worlds. It's a role-playing like Dungeons & Dragons, but it's a Western theme, you know. Deadlands, though, it's cowboys and Native Americans and weird magic, crazy stuff going on.
And it's crazed anime fan.
Did I
You said
Oh, yeah, okay.
crazy.
I did my best reading
I know.
that, I'll just say.
I know. I've been talking to him. It's all good.
All right. Everybody make a notice roll for me.
Well, that's all right. I got a raise.
No raises.
What did Percy get?
Oh. Yeah, what did Percy get?
Yeah, good question. Let me roll for Percy.
I just rolled 2d6 for everything for NPCs.
Percy tripped over a root and fell flat on his face. It was
So he got knocked off his horse?
well, okay, let me revise that. Some reason in my brain you guys were walking. He was looking towards the camp and didn't notice the horse walked him under a tree and a branch knocked him off the horse.
I pick him up and then I'll bend down to help him back up on his horse and I'll ask him first time. Don't worry. We all get nervous.
You pick him up and he's unsteady on his feet and he falls back down on his butt. I rolled a vigor roll to see if he was unshaken and he rolled another critical failure.
Percy, you've been a big help.
First red shirt to die by getting hit by a limb.
It's not even bad guys. It's just it's flora and fauna.
Well, when you roll a critical failure for your notice roll and then you roll a critical failure on your vigor roll, yeah, he's going to have a heart attack here pretty quick. Poor guy.
He gets phasered to death, and they haven't even invented phasers yet.
He just kind of, he just kind of waves at you, and he's like,
just stay
I
there,
need a
Percy.
minute.
No problem.
Yeah.
I toss him the reins to his horse. Hopefully those don't hit him in the face and poke an eye out or something.
Oh, this is fun. Let me make an agility roll. Hey, he fails it, but it's not a critical failure. But he doesn't grab him out of the air, but he picks him up off the ground, and he gives you a thumbs up.
It's almighty.
Critical failure on a notice roll. It's awesome. All right, well, back to what's going on. Doc, you're so distracted by Percy falling off the horse, you haven't seen anything. October, I think you're... I don't know what's distracting you, but you're distracted too. The only one to see anything is Charles, and you see the camp over there. You see the campfire, and from this distance, you're not sure, but it does look like you're thinking you see some bodies.
I will say loud enough that everyone can hear me, but not quiet enough that I'm shouting, obviously. Looks like more bodies around the campfire. We have a drink, partners.
Oh.
Drink, partners.
Partner. Thank you, Shank the noob. So yeah. Why don't you make a survival roll for me there? I don't know why I was making you do notice rolls, October. Why don't you do a survival roll? That's where your tracking is, right?
It is, although it isn't.
Although I will spend.
I'll send it back. I'll send it back.
All right. I got you.
I'm good. I think that in this case, we'll get the answer coming around that corner.
Yeah, but I don't want that to happen. So I spent a penny on your behalf. Reroll better. Hey, that's a success.
At least that's a success.
All right. Well, you follow the track, and it does go around the corner of this hill and leads right towards that camp. So whatever you were following led right to that camp.
Yeah, so the path that we've been going is in fact here.
Do we think that these were people who came in contact with the other group? Or were these the perpetrators of what befell the other group?
You can tell, October, by the nature of the track that it's one person you're following, and the tracks were only going one way, and they were only going one way towards this camp.
And I'll relay that.
You also cannot tell, without walking around the camp, whether the tracks stopped here or not.
Right, because they might go out the other side of the camp.
Roger that.
And I will also share that.
I'm going to stay where I am and use my scope to try and... I mean, does it look like these people were doing something, or does it look like they were surprised? What's the general look on their faces?
The look on their faces looks like pain. Lot of pain. Why don't you... Yeah, give me a notice roll. Let me see how verbose I want to get about this.
I'm gonna reroll that. That's at least a success. I'll take that.
So you see, it's kind of hard to tell with a dead body, but, it's pain. It also might be fear and shock. Several of them look like they just kind of fell over from wherever they were sitting.
But nobody's got a gun in their hand or anything along those lines. That's kind of what I'm like. Does it look like?
These look like these were hunters. So they have guns,
Right?
But the pistols are holstered. The rifles, one of the rifles is propped up on a log one of the guys was sitting on. No, it doesn't look like anybody had a gun and then fell over with the gun.
Okay. Doesn't look like anybody had their guns drawn when this happened. However it happened. What now, gentlemen? Percy, you all right back there?
Let's find out how Percy is.
You said these are hunters. Can it kind of be judge how we move here?
Say, judge what?
I was moving around a little bit so I could get a better spot, a sight. Does it look like they were here for a while? Like,
Yeah, it looks like, yes. Yeah, you can see. Oh, I'm sorry.
And do I see any horse marks here?
No.
So they walked from wherever they were to here.
Yes.
In the path we came up, are there any wagon tracks?
No.
All right, so it's not like the wagon was here and then left.
That's correct.
I'm going to move down a little bit closer to right about here
Okay.
and see if I can notice anything a little bit better.
Not much more than I've already described. You can go ahead and you can make a notice roll and let me know what you get.
Ooh. Got it. 10.
So that's a raise. So, it's kind of hard to tell because of the range. But, what you kind of get from this is, that you think that maybe whatever this infection is newer than what the other folks had. I mean, they're
fresher bodies.
Yeah, I mean, not by much, but yeah.
And I'll relay that to the others and say, these bodies have been dead a shorter amount of time than the ones we saw back at the train. That's for sure. Still no idea how they could have contracted smallpox in that short a time.
Well, so if we don't think these people infected the other people, and this is newer, that means that there should be some kind of trail that we could follow to lead us to the perpetrators, I would think.
Agreed.
I will also ride kind of up this way and then swing west, which may or may not be the exact same thing October's doing, trying to find any signs of horses, people, another path. I'm just trying to find it, not trying to follow it. So I don't know if that makes a difference between notice and
all right,
survival, since I don't have survival.
So October, you're circling the camp looking for see if you see a path out.
So I was looking for horse tracks, stuff like that, but I am slowly moving around the other side of the camp to look for a path out. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So why don't you both and you can roll whichever is higher. If it's not your highest, you can let me know sometimes. But so October, either give me your tracking skill or your notice skill, and Charles, you can give me a notice skill.
They're the same for me.
And your choice. All right. You actually
shoes.
You wind up right about here, Charles. And you get right here, October, and you can be farther away from the camp if you want to. I'm just kind of. What's that?
Were you looking for tracks, Charles, or what were you looking for?
Yeah, I'm looking for tracks.
Okay. Yeah, you're right on them there, October. Tracks coming out of the camp. You're right there where they are. Charles walked right past them.
And it continued to go this way.
Charles Jensen, here. And I'll point to the path from the camp out to the northwest.
And he'll scratch his head and say, I will figure this out one day.
Percy is on his horse joining you guys. He's got a smile on his face, and he's got his hat in one hand, and he's rubbing his head with the other, and says, I'm good, I'm good.
You were able to get back on your horse.
Yeah, I'm fine. He rolled 2 critical failures. I told you about those. His last vigor roll, he got 2 raises, so he's just fine. So
you need to have more coffee in the morning, Percy.
Man, I tell you, I'm kind of this whole weird disease thing kind of has me spooked.
Yeah,
I don't rightly blame you.
As long as we stay far enough away, we'll be fine.
Well, October
Percy
found the...
says.
Oh, go ahead.
Percy says, I feel kind of bad leaving the bodies here, though. But I guess this is middle of nowhere. I hope nobody comes across them or something. I don't know.
I have a plan to come back this way and set them to flame.
I think that'd be a good idea. Just not sure how you're going to do that since they're all spread out so much.
You will not help me pile them up?
You don't want to be touching them, October. We're going to have to figure out something else.
You worry too much, Charles Jansen. And I'll turn the horse and head northwest.
And I will, as he does that, I will say, I'm not so sure about that, but he did find the trail, so we should follow him.
Yep. Onward, then.
All right. So...
Our names are in the credits of this TV show. Surely we will not die.
I'm stuck in a sand trap. Somebody get the wedge.
All right. So you guys head off northwest now. And why don't you make me, Mr. Tracker guy, why don't you make me a track and roll? See if I'm going to tell you something about the track. What's funny is when I have a whole bunch of rolls, sometimes I have trouble telling if there's a new one. That 5 is yours?
Yes.
All right. Well, yeah, you're able to follow the track. I was looking to see if I was going to tell you something if you got a raise, but that's all right.
I can't say it, but we haven't been having good luck with that.
Fair enough.
Except when we roll 15s and notice everything.
Yeah.
And that's without a Benny.
Yeah.
I know. So yeah. You guys actually get all of you get right about there. When you were surprised stepping out from
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Stepping out from the trees.
Smallpox Frosty.
You guys see a wolf. And I'm going to deal cards.
Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun. Wah, 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 wah.
There we go. One card to all players. To there. Boom. October. You see a wolf ahead of you. He looks like he's following the scent of something.
October will run a hand across his right ear, bring it down his jawline, and his thumb across the 3 wolf teeth in his necklace, and he'll cast Beast Friend. With Mind Rider.
Right.
Like you said. And so let me do that.
Oh.
With 2 raises.
You are my friend. Do not talk. You are my friend.
with 2 raises, and so yeah, he looks up at you, and just a second. There we go. He looks up at you, and he says, "Hello, little snake."
He says that to me.
He does. He says, "Hello, little snake."
The wolf?
The wolf. Well, I mean, in your mind
we,
talk thing.
Yeah. We
And the
hear
wolf,
bark, bark.
Yeah, you guys hear bark, bark.
hello, brother wolf. What has you out and about this early?
I smell meat and blood from behind you.
You said they were hunters
Yes.
and all adults. You didn't say anything about
Yes,
being
in the
like,
camp.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah. You did see fur and some, carcasses stuff that they were cleaning.
Yeah. There is meat, yes. Don't feed on the humans there or on the men there. Yeah, I know, John.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Uh, don't feed from the men there. They died of rot. And
By the way, it wasn't said in a malicious way. It was said in a teasing,
yeah, no,
jesting
yeah,
kind of way.
yeah. He didn't mean you're conniving like a snake. No, I get you. In the way that a wolf spirit would. There was meat there. Yes, don't feed on the men. They died of rot. Have you what do you smell from this way? And I indicate where the paths were going.
He said, there was a, he says, I smelled a damaged spirit. Something wrong. That's why I came this way, and then I smelled the meat.
A damaged spirit.
Something wrong.
Do you smell damaged spirit from where you smell the meat?
He cocks his head to the side like he's thinking, and he kind of runs up towards you guys, and
And blam, Charles, Percy, and Doc all shoot him.
No, I put the when I see October doing his thing, I would have told Percy to put your gun down.
he walks just past you and he smells and he says, "Yes." He says, "I don't want this meat. There's a faint smell of that here too."
Okay.
And one of the dead bodies looks at us and says, "Drink, partners."
Drink.
Drink, partners.
Drink.
John, you can drink?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
You shouldn't have shuffled it in so well, Mark.
I know. He was checking to see if the dead body was actually talking. It's great.
Somehow I thought that, I don't know, I thought you make so many jokes, Mark, that I thought somehow the dead body on the camp had sat up and was saying, "Drink, partner," to the wolf. That's what I thought you were saying, and I thought you were just being humorous. And
No,
I was like, I don't get it, but okay.
Yeah, I know. I was saying it's a drink, partner.
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, Doug, one of the viewers says they're watching you. All right. There is meat, like, and he tries to imply with speech, meat as in food, not meat as in people.
Yeah.
But there is disease here, and he will nod and say, "Back to it, brother Wolf," and will, take the horse into higher gear and start heading northwest.
Okay.
And as we head out, he'll say, um, "Little Wolf says the damaged spirit came this way."
Damaged spirit.
I'm not sure what he meant by that.
Well,
Percy, you ever been on a ghost hunt? I grin.
I don't believe in ghosts. Probably just somebody got the pox and they're sick or something. I don't know.
I've seen Stranger.
We'll see soon.
Yeah.
Not a ghost.
The wolf, by the way, declined the camp. He is like, you know what? I'm going to go this way and find me a rabbit or something.
Peace out.
He
suckers.
noped. He noped out of the camp.
Well, we ride northwest, searching for a ghost.
All right. As you ride, the terrain kind of thins out a little bit. And not as much grass, not as much trees. But make me make me a track and roll. Y'all can roll whatever you think might get you there, although I guess apparently October has it.
October.
You've got Doc, you've no clue. I'm following that guy.
Yeah.
I'm still working at sussing it out.
Yeah, you can see it. He's pointed it and you're like, "Yep, I see it." Here's the deal, October. You got that raise I was talking about before. And now that you're not looking at the track through tall grass, now that you're looking pretty much on dirt, this is uneven gates. It looks like somebody's stumbling or they're not even steps, so it's not like somebody's just walking steadily. It's like step, shuffle, step, shuffle, is what you're seeing. And it's still one person. They're wearing boots or something, but it's definitely footprints of a person.
And I'll pass that to the group.
I'm waiting here to.
The damaged spirit might mean someone who is either sick or someone who has been damaged by a spirit. I'm not sure.
Well, you would know better than me.
You were in the war and saw nothing of spirits? Even in the simulation, we heard stories of battlefields that refused to let their dead lie still.
Oh, I don't doubt it, but I was a little busy trying to stay alive.
I don't like where this conversation's headed, October. I mean, I suppose if something came back from the grave, we can hopefully use bullets to put it back in the grave again, but we'll see.
Or like zombies?
Is that a thing?
Zombies?
Is that a known term by this point?
No. It's zombies are not a Deadlands thing, believe it or not. The closest that Deadlands have, and this is all out of character, none of you have run into this yet. Maybe October has, but they don't. There's not zombies, but what the game does have is, and this is player knowledge, not character knowledge, they have harrowed, right?
Right.
And
Right.
and so
So that being said, there are actually zombies.
are there?
Yeah, they're just very, very rare.
Are they actually, no kidding, called zombies? Because I
So
didn't think they were.
they are. So it's up to you. But for example, the voodooist, which is in the Weird West Companion, it's one of the other archetypes. It has the spell zombie, which raises a dead servant. And so whether or not they're called zombies, whether or not they act like zombies, that's up to you. But
Okay. Yeah,
it
I
is
was just thinking about the critter list of bad things you can run into.
yeah, that's
Um,
not really. I mean, there are a lot
I,
of other things that we're not getting into, hopefully, but yeah, that's not in there.
yeah. Um,
That is true.
you're right with the voodooist. That's kind of a niche kind of thing. You're right. You're absolutely right. And those would be zombies. But
I was gonna say, out of character, I would have thought if they did have them, they'd be called something else, since that's a voodoo word, and I doubt there'd be a whole lot of that proliferating through. this
yeah, which is
revisionist
why I
history of
guess the
America.
voodoo is going to raise zombies.
Yep, makes sense to me.
Yeah. That's actually kind of good on Peg, the people who made Savage Worlds, for actually nailing it.
Yeah,
Right, so I didn't say that.
and no problem. No, and that was the whole reason I asked, not to trip you up. But then it got me thinking. I don't know if that's actually even a thing in this world.
Yeah, it's not.
I seriously said it. Like, wait a minute.
Although I will come back with one thing. Doc spent time in New Orleans, and whether or not he ran into a voodooist, the people he was hanging out with, he may have heard stories and may have heard the term zombie. So there's me giving myself a no prize for explaining why it was correct for Doc to use the term zombie.
Great, that'd be. What's a zombie? That'd be my instant response.
Yeah, it's old voodoo thing down south in New Orleans. Something about raising the dead. Scary stuff. Let me tell you.
It makes me. At one point I thought I wanted to go visit New Orleans. Now I'm not so sure.
Well, I don't think they're all over the place down there. So
I don't know what y'all are on about. It's nothing that I believe in.
stick around a little longer, Percy. You will.
I got my iron on my hip. I got a good book in my back, in my saddlebag. I think that's all I need. I'm feeling fine about things.
Every time Percy says that he doesn't believe in something, Nautico says they believe in you. Yeah, we'll make Northwest. I'm going to make sure that we're not coming up too quick on something that might be shuffling along once October tells us about the gate.
Yeah. Why don't y'all make me a notice roll?
That I can do. So I'll take the success.
You certainly can. And that's a success. And of course, October gets a raise.
Yay, good job, October.
Doc, you and Charles see a horse up ahead. And October, you can share with them what you see is you see a body on the ground underneath the horse.
There. Do you see it? The body underneath that horse. Does it look like it's laying on its back or its belly?
The body?
Yes.
On the side.
Okay.
It looks like he fell off the horse. Let me think this through. I got to think about the ragdoll physics here. which way is he? Yeah, he's on his side, but you kind of get the impression from the way he's laying, from the way from the whole situation, that he fell kind of leaning head first forward toward off the right side of the horse. He fell off. And you don't see any movement.
And of course the trail leads right to him, right?
I mean, you can go around, but yes, it does.
Oh,
Hmm.
fancy trial access. I have a pick an adventure card for Mark.
Well, how about that?
So do you deal one to me in game or pull it from the adventure deck to me? Is that it?
Look at that.
And then can I look at it or no?
Yes, absolutely. That's the whole point. Can't use it if you don't look at it.
Sure.
If we were sitting around the table, the idea would be you would have possibly a hand, right, of one or two of these that you could play when it was when it best made sense.
Yes, absolutely. You're correct.
And then do I have any way to give this to anyone else or no?
No.
I think it's yours.
Okay.
Yeah, that's yours. Yeah. Yeah. Here's my here's my my real deck of adventure cards.
Which is ironic because I think you're getting a second set.
I know, right?
So here's my question. If I had an arcane skill, which I think I do.
You would arcane in the morning all over the land?
Well, yeah, but my question is, it would be under skills, right?
Read me what your card says.
It says for the rest of your character may use, the spirits told me, your character may use her arcane skill in place of any smart space skill rolls for the rest of this scene.
Um,
And I mean, I know I have arcane but I don't see the skill.
Your arcane skill is spell casting.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Right,
that's
so-
actually real good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
mine-
Great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mine is space. Yeah.
Right.
That's real good. All right. Great. So, what are the rules for playing one of these since we've never had one?
So, you know, the rules are kind of loose because they vary so widely, right? But at the end of the day, you can play it anytime it's appropriate that you want to. The thing is, though, is mechanically, because we're playing online, don't play it, like, don't remove it from your hand until you and I have a conversation, because the rule is that these cards are by Game Master approval. Right. And you say, hey, I'm thinking about using my card. I want to do this. And I say yes, or I say no, and then we apply whatever the effect is. And if we apply it, then we'll go ahead and we'll remove it from your hand and add it back to the deck.
Got you. So,
and so it was use your arcane skill instead of what?
smarts.
Oh, for the rest of the scene.
Yeah, for in place of any smart space skill rolls for the rest of this scene.
Okay. So, let me look this up to make sure I'm right.
Oh, I do have gambling. I forgot I took it because of that showdown thing.
Because you have to, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you put any points in it, though.
I got a die 6 in it.
Yeah. Well, so you must have, yeah.
I think you had to have the die 6 to
Yeah,
be
for the prerequisite. Yep. For the Hexslinger.
Huh. So, Daniel, help me here. You're better at the rules than I am. I just thought since we were talking about how this actually works,
We have a partner.
Yeah,
where is
we have a drink partner.
drink partner?
Drink partners.
Right?
You're asking.
Where do the rules tell me? Are the rules that tell you explicitly what a scene is? In my head, I think I know what one is, but I just thought I would look it up. And now all of a sudden, I can't find it, and it's not in the index.
So you can go ahead and move forward, and I'll find that for you.
Okay. Okay. So you guys, well, there's a horse and a guy on the ground underneath the horse ahead of you. You didn't tell me what we were doing about that. Uh-oh, did I roll my eyes? Who rolled their eyes?
No, it was Doug. I said, don't be too hard on Doug. He's new to this.
I didn't roll my eyes.
Yeah, you kind of did actually. Whenever
I
they
didn't
did the
mean to.
drink.
Yeah, my problem is I've been normally drinking, so it's like doubling my drinking.
Well, she said she's trying to make somebody pee.
Oh well, we're getting there.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
your points are doing their job. Matter of fact, I only hit.
Then obviously the correct answer is to swing wide and re-pick up the trail after.
Okay.
I will.
Can we tell if this one died of smallpox as well?
Give me a notice. Yeah. Yep.
And does it look fresher? Fresher. In
He
quotes.
does. Why don't you give me a notice too?
I did. I was the first one.
I know, but I'm in another one.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Okay.
stacking them.
Stacking. Success.
Oh, and October gave me another one. Well, let me roll something here.
We have another drink partners.
Uh-oh. Drink partner.
Doug, you almost did again. You don't like drinking, do you?
I don't think you're actually forced to.
It's gonna happen. I'm trying to see if you guys notice something. You know what? I'm going to give it to you, October, since you rolled that raise on the first notice roll. You notice that there's a bite on the person's left leg.
It looks like he was bitten.
Can
There.
you tell by
Yep.
what?
It's hard to tell from the distance since you're keeping your distance.
Does he also look like he was, that he died from illness?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he looks like all the rest.
And fresh. Subway
Yes.
fresh.
Yes.
I'm actually gonna scan the area first unassisted and then with scope try and see if I can see movement, shambling, lurching, kind of like the gait that October described.
Go ahead and make a notice roll. You do not, but you do see the tracks lead up ahead the trail and over the hill ahead of you.
So I have a relative answer for you. The word scenes shows up in quite a few places in the book, but it doesn't actually define it anywhere. So I would say my best judgment would be as per a television show.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Is
Yep.
like a combat encounter could be a scene, or when you guys were tracking and you came across the family in last week, like the whole conversation, the whole time you were dealing with them would have been a scene. Or when you guys got off the train and checked out the horse and decided that you were going to start north, right? To me, the scene would be that until you started north and actually left the map.
Sure. Makes sense. I also need some
I mean,
guidance.
that's what I was going to say before, but I suddenly thought, well, I don't remember seeing that in the book, so maybe we ought to officially see what it is. But since the book doesn't really define it, that's what we'll say it is.
We should have talked about this beforehand, John.
Okay.
If I wanted to give someone an adventure card, I have unlimited points. Like I have an infinite symbol instead of accruing points normally like everyone else. Do you want to say like once every 3 or 4 sessions or something I can give a card? If I want to give an adventure card to somebody?
Does it limit it by the person, or does it limit it by the
It's
action?
by the person. No, I'm just saying for me, because I don't get channel points. I have infinite channel points forever. Like you guys have limiter, Daniel, you have a fixed amount of channel points for how often you've watched the stream, right? I don't have that. I have unlimited channel points forever.
Oh, you mean literally?
Yeah. No, I got what he meant. So how often do I want you, Mark, handing people cards?
Yes.
Because that's something that all viewers can do. It's just we haven't seen it yet, which is why I figured I'd take that jump.
Right.
That's a really good question.
It's also something we can think about. And
Yeah. Just let me know.
I'm debating, but my initial thought, and I'm debating with myself about whether it's 1 to each player, which would include yourself, per session.
Oh, I think that's way too much. I was thinking like once every 3 or 4 games to one person.
No. If you think mine is too much, then make it one card a session.
Yeah, because some of them aren't that powerful.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, it's
how much did we set? It's only 1,000, right? Yeah,
so it's 1,000.
That's not that bad.
Yeah. Just I don't know. I'll let you decide, and you can spend it with your virtual that you don't have points. And 1 or 2 is per session. I won't be mad at.
Okay. Well, I'm giving 1 to Doug to help with the drinking.
Help with the drinking.
Yes, because you're being forced to drink from the stream. So hopefully the adventure card will help with that.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
There you go. And like I said, you can click on that and see what it is. I think I think there might be some that you can't use, like arcane skill. If you got marks, it's not going to help you. So if you have one that's like, yeah, this is great, but it doesn't help me, let me know and I'll just give you a new one. Or you could keep it, and you could, like, if you get something that's not going to help you, you can keep it and use it to help somebody else.
Oh,
Okay.
that's what I was asking earlier. Okay, great.
Cool.
Hey, John,
Yeah, you can't give the card, but yeah, you can use the card as you like.
did you enjoy that drink of water?
Do I have to drink again?
Yeah, we have another drink partners.
All right, partner. Yeah, we're quickly approaching that time. All right.
You're amazing, Enrico.
She's like, I will make this happen.
Yeah, that's funny. She's
Joke's
definitely
on
making
you.
her notice rolls.
Joke's
That's what
on
I got
you.
to
I've
say.
already peed twice, and I didn't have to get up.
Too much info.
Yeah, I have no words.
Don't you
I
have
heard,
carpet?
I heard WTF from the background from my partner.
Yeah, I've no words. That's
Don't you have carpet? And B, isn't the dog directly underneath you?
Yes and yes.
so. As we return to
I just keep filling up this bottle.
Nariko said he has a bottle at the exact same time you said that.
I told you she's been making all of her notice rolls.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so
we swing around. We head up the up to the
yeah,
top
and
of the rise.
it's going due north now. It's about noon now. Matter of fact, Percy kind of looks up at the sun and takes his hat off and wipes his brow and says, "Dagnabbit, Augustus be making lunch right about now." I don't want to be missing that.
Well, hopefully not. But if you ask
sure
real nice.
Sure, he'll keep some leftovers for us.
I reckon. All right. Let's get this critter of yours.
I'm looking once we crest the rise for any kind of movement, shambling, weird gait.
Again, so long as you stay at your point of the map, you can reorder yourselves as you like.
Percy's in front.
I figured I was leading because I'm the one that's been following the path.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, Doc. I didn't mean to move you. My bad.
That's all right.
I did it too.
So, give me a tracking and give me notice rolls for everybody else.
Success.
2 successes so far.
3 successes.
Oh, is it 3? I really wish, that's one thing I do wish. I wish that somehow the game would say, no, matter of fact, I'm going to do that because that's what's confusing me. There we go. When I just see them go by, it's somehow when all we have is rolls, it's sometimes hard for me to realize where the last roll was, but I got it. Yeah, that's success for everybody. Everybody apparently sees some guy walking up ahead of you.
And can you illustrate where on the... Oh, like right here?
Right there.
Yep. Perfect. Okay.
So, Mr. October.
Yes.
You see a guy up ahead walking. It looks like that's right where your trail goes to.
I believe he is the one that we were following.
Oh boy. Go see what we're dealing with.
Well, before that happens, I'm going to glance off to the left. With that notice roll, am I able to see whether there are people that he is suddenly encroaching upon?
You see a house, and there's smoke coming out of the chimney of the house.
Of course there is. I'm going to yell, "Partner, slow down."
You see him stop walking, turn around, and look at you.
I'm going to activate my card. if that's acceptable with you.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's activate it.
All right, so I just drag it out now, right?
Yes, sir.
There it is. I'm going to take a good, long, hard look at this guy, see what I can see here.
So, you're looking through the scope of your rifle, right?
Right. You need
And
to make a separate roll?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, go ahead and make a spell casting or whatever it is. There you go. That's 8, 12, two raises there.
Nice.
And not that it counts, but also a raise on the wild card
Yeah.
die. So your your pistols get warm. You feel them as if like there's something's going on, that there's this energy transfer between you and the pistols. And as you look at the scope, the guy you see looks like just a guy. He's got boots. He's got wow, where'd that brain cell go? He has chaps on, jeans, and a light blue shirt, and he's got his cowboy hat kind of high on his head. And as you look through and you kind of feel this energy, for a second, you see a guy with torn jeans, a torn wife beater, and no hat, with pox all over his skin. And then you see him kind of transition back to the guy that looks just fine, and you kind of see this like, what are those little pictures with the slanted plastic so you can twist the picture and it makes different?
Yep.
That's kind of what you're seeing. It's kind of like flickering back and forth between the two.
I say to October specifically, that's two people in one, and that's our man. My pistols are getting warm. And I will actually hand the rifle to Percy, who is next to me.
Okay.
Say, if you don't have anything better, use this.
All right. Mighty obliged. But he looks fine to me, just a dude.
He's not.
He'd be sick, right?
He is.
It's that time for me, so it'll be like 5-6 minutes.
Great. Let's take a break.
Wait, you have to give her validation. Why are we taking a break, John?
Oh, John needs to go to the small room.
There you go. Thank you. We'll be right back, everybody. Congratulations, Naniko. I'm happy for you. Also, thank you to everybody that's lurking, hanging out in chat.
Thumbs up, soldier.
I know.
Golden Hash Brown, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Jimmy, what's going on? We're on a quick break. How the heck are you this fine evening? Let me give Golden Hash Brown a shout out. I think they're playing, they were playing with somebody. Fortnite, maybe? Hash Brown.
Thumbs up, soldier.
Oh, Call of Duty Warzone. Call of Duty Warzone. And also welcome in, Jimmy. How are you tonight? Jimmy Julius. And I think we're all back. Oh, you're playing Tarkov? Oh, that's right. You're playing Tarky with Scotty. Welcome to Tarkov. How are you liking it? Okay, I think we're all back. John? I even got something new to drink since I ran out. I went with strawberry lemonade.
I did too.
You're on mute, John.
Need to come off mute is the first thing that needs to happen. I was just saying the first thing I need to do, and you said you're on mute. The first thing I need to do is come off mute.
Yes.
The first thing I need is roll me a spirit check, Mr. Charles Jansen.
Okay. That'll do.
That'll
Today's.
that'll do.
Okay.
That'll do. All right, Mr. October. We'll start things off with your Ace of Hearts.
I am going to, let me make sure I have the right weapon. 1 second. Yep. I am going to look to my tomahawk and point it at this creature. Does it look like it flares to life?
The tomahawk?
The tomahawk is when wielded against supernatural creatures of evil, including her, the tomahawk is extra damage.
Yes. It does flare up.
Remind me, diagonals count as 1?
Yes.
Oh, actually, just FYI, point of note order.
Somebody gets a Benny. Who
Doug,
gets a Benny
it's Doug.
there?
It's Doug.
Go.
1, 2, Doc.
Thank you, Nautico.
Boom. There you go.
Thanks.
Are you still riding your horse?
I am, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to move up 6, and then I'm going to shoot my bow.
Okay.
Did that hit? 12, 24, 48. I don't think that does. Hold on. Where is the measurement tool?
It's the one that looks like a ruler.
Yeah, underneath the
I wonder why
magnifying
it
glass.
looks different for us as players. It's so weird.
Oh, I've never played Roll20. I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like a ruler here on the.
Oh, it
GM.
does for me too.
Oh, does it? I thought it was a different symbol on GM.
No.
I think it used to be.
Somebody spin a Benny?
I did, because I'm shooting at so far away that I'm getting a penalty, and it's under success, so it's fine. It missed.
What?
What's
the range on your bow?
12, 24, 48.
Oh. So
Yeah.
you were shooting long range, so you have a minus.
I think it's a -6. Or I think it's a -4.
Yeah,
I think it's a -4 because
No.
if it's within 12, then it's normal. 24 is -2, and 48 is minus. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I interpreted it too, because I got to do the same thing.
Huh.
And I think that's what we were doing with Sveta when she was using a bow.
Yeah, because you guys had rifles and you were shooting for like hundreds of meters.
Because I think she had a special giant bow, but
she did. She had a.
Yep. So that's me. Thank you.
Okay. Chuck.
Wait, is it feet? Is that what that is? 12 feet? That doesn't make sense. It's 12 squares. Daniel?
Oh, I forget that Savage World.
I was like, holy cow, dude.
Yeah, I forget that because in my head I'm going, that can't be right, but that's what the numbers are, so I'll just go with that. My bow only shoots 12 feet.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
How many squares did it say? Oh yeah, okay.
Well, no, it'd be times 5 feet. So 60 feet would be normal with no penalty.
Well, ranges are listed in inches, so you can use a ruler to move, shoot, and fight on the tabletop with miniatures.
Yeah. I mean, it's not wrong. It's just each of these squares is supposed to be about an inch.
Yes.
So it can shoot 7. I can shoot 7. It's 7 squares away from me. My range is 12. It's fine. So I got a 6 to hit.
Okay, and that's with no minus because you're at short range, right?
Correct.
That's why I was like, I was confused by the range too.
No, I was just really. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to ride up to at least where Daniel.
I'm gonna give you your Benny back too.
Oh, thank you.
You get your Benny back ribs, barbecue sauce.
Oh, to October. There you go. All right. Oh, well, I think we have a drink partner.
We do, because Nadiko's out of points, so somebody else redeemed it for her. Drink partners.
All right. Nice. All right, go ahead and roll your damage. That was a fun little adventure to go down. And you're right. It's -2 for medium, -4 for long, and then extreme is -8. But it comes with notes. Oh, well. Alrighty then. So for Doug here, since this is our first real combat we've been in, I keep saying that the target number is 4. Well, this damage is going to bump up against this creature's toughness. Now, normally I may not tell you right out front what the toughness is, but I'm going to tell you this case because, we're still, you're new to the game. So what his target he needed was a 9. So when I go to find out if he has a raise, I count every level of 4 past 9, right? So his raises are at 13 and 17.
Yeah, okay.
So you have 2 raises.
Nice.
And so, oh, wait a minute. That's kind of a weird thing. Actually, your raises are at 11. And so your target number is an 11, so it's going to be 15 and 19. It's still two raises. So your hit does a shaken. And matter of fact, roll me a spirit roll. I forgot to do that at the beginning of your turn.
Also, does your magic thing do anything extra?
The bow does extra damage all the time. That's
No,
all.
I thought you. I thought you. It was
My
your tomahawk. Got
So
it.
my
got it.
tomahawk is a normal tomahawk, except when fighting evil.
Got you.
Okay, so the first thing that's going to happen is I'm going to spend a Benny.
To make me reroll?
No,
No.
to soak.
The soak.
Smart.
Let me figure out what my...
He doesn't want you one-shotting his character.
Pretty much. All right, so... Yeah, so... What happens is...
What had happened was...
There we go. So a soak roll. So you spend a Benny, you take a vigor check. If you have a success on the vigor, each success and raise reduces the number of wounds suffered by the attack by 1. So I have a success, and you have 2 raises. So you did a shaken and 2 wounds, and I have a success. So I lower that to a shaken and 1 wound.
Nice.
So we'll go ahead and we'll put the shaken, and we'll go ahead and put 1 wound on him.
And Doug,
There you go.
while he does that, Nariko says, you look ex-military and like you could shoot me from there, but please know that I do the hydrates with love.
Are you going to fill her in on that, Mark? On
That everybody on the panel is ex-military but me? Yes. Yes, I already said that. Yes.
I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm concentrating.
No. Yeah, I said it in chat, not verbally.
Nariko Love is also ex-military.
Oh,
I
awesome.
didn't know that.
I knew there's a reason we liked you. And you know what? I have to say,
Nariko, thank you for your service.
well, that too. Yes, thank you for your service. And only someone who's been in the military knows about the importance of hydration. Drink water.
Hydrate.
True. She was Army. Nariko Love was Army. So that's also why hydration is key.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So, Chuck, you're up.
So, Chuck winces. Says, I suppose there's no other choice here. 1, 2, 3, 4. He moves to here and pulls out his pistol, or both
Okay.
pistols, and he will fire the Peacemaker.
Okay.
Is it just a straight roll, or is there supposed to be an...
So the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to make a spell casting roll for me.
Okay, but quick, we hadn't fixed the weapons, so they're damage.
Oh,
only.
we have. Oh, no, we're yeah, no. That's not how it's going to work.
Okay.
I'm opening up your thing.
What she said.
There we go. All right, there we go. Okay.
I'm gonna re-roll that. I don't know what it means even, but I'm gonna.
It's just a success.
Oh,
That's
okay.
all you needed.
Okay.
You're good.
All right.
I mean, you can re-roll it if you want, but you're good. All right. Now I need a D100.
I can do that. Exploding?
No. I don't know what I would do if it exploded. I guess roll back around the other side of the table.
An 8.
Okay. So, I guess I got to open the other doohickey. There we go. Okay, so we've got... Of course I did it that way. All right. I'm trying to decide how I was going to do something here. Let me open up your character sheet and look at something.
And then do you want me to make a shooting roll beyond that?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Okay. I'll just ask Daniel. Daniel, how many power points does he have? Is it 10?
Yeah, I think that's what we said.
Unless you give him more, he should start with 10.
Okay. So I was debating how I'm going to do this, and I think the easiest way is I'm just going to have you keep track of your power points. The way Daniel did it was used the blue box. And I don't remember if Daniel counted up or down. You know what I mean by the blue box?
Yep.
Yeah, I counted down.
Yeah,
so
that's
I
the
would
way I do it too.
Okay, so that's going to cost you 1.
Okay.
And what happens is you pull out your pistols and you aim at him, and this almost beam of flame comes out your pistol and hits this thing right in the chest. And after you roll me 3d6 damage, I'll tell you what happens after that.
Exploding?
Yes, sir.
Woohoo.
Okay. So you hit him and you see shirt burns away and you even see some flesh and he stumbles back as this fire just burns right into his chest. But he's still standing. And I'll give 2 wounds.
Oh my goodness. Two Gun Kid did not make it so that I can fire multiple times, did it? I need to look that up. I don't think so.
So go ahead.
Yes, if you're shooting guns, but you're currently casting a spell, so no, it doesn't help you. And I realize your intent there, and if you want to rethink that edge, I'll let you do it, because that's not going to help you with these guns.
Oh, okay. I would very much like to rethink that edge later.
Okay, yeah. Well, between now and next week, you can look that up. And
perfect.
Yeah, because that's not going to help you, because you really are. I realize that to somebody looking at you, it looks like you're shooting pistols, but you're really casting power.
Got it.
So me is who's next. So let me. That's what I'll do is I'll roll that. Okay. And then I'll roll that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He kind of points at you, Daniel, and just is rapidly walking towards you. And then Percy.
What's Percy's response to
Actually, it's going to go over here.
me firing my gun and hellfire coming out of it?
Well, I think he's going to have a comment, but at the moment he's all business. And he fires with your rifle and misses. All right, rolled a 2. So Doc, you're up, sir, with a 4 of spades.
All right, so I'm gonna move up a little bit past Chuck and take a shot at the zombie.
Oh, I'm sorry. Before you go, make a spirit roll.
Me?
Yes, sir.
My spirit isn't that high, so.
So I'll let you Benny that if you want.
Okay.
I'll let you Benny that. DM code speak for you need to Benny that.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's
There we go.
That thing, there's something about it that's making the hair raise on the back of your head. There's something wrong with it. But you know what? Hey, you went through a war. You went through other things. What you know right now is you just need to put this thing down. So
So
go
I'll
ahead
shoot.
and
Shoot.
roll your shooting.
Yep.
All right.
Success.
That is a success, sir. Roll your damage. All right.
14.
So Doc puts his gun up. He's bam! Shoots him right in the head. And he takes 2 more steps towards October and then just falls straight on his back. And when he falls on his back, Percy and Doc suddenly no longer see this cowboy with chaps and a blue shirt. You see this emaciated, very sick person with torn. He goes from looking normal to his pants are torn. He's got a torn wife beater, no hat. That all of the hat's just suddenly not there, and you can see he's got smallpox just riddled all over his skin, and he's got the green ooze dripping out of his mouth, and foam. This foamy green ooze just kind of rolls out of his mouth onto the ground as he lays there.
Yep, that's the one I saw.
Knew it was a zombie.
Don't think I want to encounter more of these.
Me either.
We have another drink, partners. Drink, partners.
Drink, partners.
Thank you, Ashley.
Why don't everybody give me a notice roll? There's one.
2.
2.
Yep, mine
I only
says
see one.
mine says
Oh, there it
spellcasting.
is.
Nope.
Oh,
Mine's the
that's
first
right.
one.
That's right. I got it. Right. Okay. So 3 successes. So you guys notice across the canyon, you see peeking around from behind the house, that corner of the house, just past the trough there. You see a woman holding a child, peeking her head around, and standing between the house and the canyon. You see a man with a rifle. And right when you notice him, he's like, "What's going on? Who are you?" And he's not pointing the gun at you, but it's not necessarily at ease either.
So,
He looks like he's
United States Marshals, sir.
just right up. You're going to shoot some guy?
He's got a contagious disease, and he murdered a bunch of folks back yonder. Figured you didn't want that in your homestead.
He looks back at his wife and towards his wife and the child, and he looks back and he says, "All right,
I'll make
thank
sure.
you, marshals."
Apologies for the interruption.
We're going to need to burn this body.
Yeah.
We'll be here a mite longer. It's got smallpox. Make sure you don't get anywhere near it.
He says, "All right." He says, "I got some wood. I'll carry it over to that bridge, but I ain't coming no closer."
That's mighty nice of you and smart thinking.
You see him start carrying some wood over. Percy looks over at you and says, "I'm not sure I really want to get close to that, whatever that was."
Nope.
Well.
Not the plan. We'll do log bowling. And October, you got any way to light a fire from a distance?
Yeah, actually, just lighting an arrow and shooting an arrow.
That'd work.
All right. So y'all are just going to kind of stand off and throw logs at it?
So I figured, so I'm going to take a rope from my saddlebag.
Okay.
I'm going to lasso the body
Okay.
and drag the body out of the road.
Right.
And pull it on top of the pile of wood that the other 3 have been placing together.
Yeah, that's smart.
Okay. So what, like over here?
Sure.
Okay.
Someplace out of the way for the family too. And
Okay.
probably not. Is this an actual stream or is this a dry bed?
Dry bed currently.
Yeah, I don't want it to be near them, but I'll burn it and we'll watch it burn, and then when it's good and burnt, we'll bury what's left.
There should hopefully be nothing left.
Well,
Bones, the fire.
bones don't burn.
Yeah, the fire that's needed to burn those bones won't be here.
Yeah, true
Won't
that.
be able to get here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of those things. I know Family Channel, I'll keep it clean, but the bottom line is that cremation.
Well, how about we have Umberto come and get the remains if he wants to study them, or since he's got some kind of protective suit, maybe he can take care of rather than us handling them.
Sure. And I'll cut off the bit of the rope that touched the corpse and have it burn as well.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All
And
right.
then- yeah.
I'm going to say that that's going to take y'all a while.
Mhm.
And I'm going to assume that you're going to rinse repeat on the way back to the train 3 times.
That's
Yeah.
a safe bet.
So this is what I'm going to say is we could go through the hysterics of trying to roll all that. But, my rule of good cinema, I think that what we're going to do is we're going to do a montage of large campfires. And you guys are going to show up at... Now, here is one question, is when you set something on fire, are you going to leave somebody to watch that fire and then move on? And I guess theoretically have that person relieved when Umberto comes to get them? Is that the
Yeah.
plan?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think this guy, all of us are watching him burn.
Correct.
Once he's done, then we'll leave somebody at each of the other big fires.
Okay. All right. So he burns. Nothing bad happens. I will let you know that was a poxwalker, is what that was.
Oh no, it's a
Wait a
zombie now. Since we
So
have nomenclature and has been named by Doc, so that's a zombie.
okay, okay. Fair enough. So who are we leaving at this one?
Percy, of course.
I thought I somehow I knew who's going to be at the Lone Rider by the horse.
So no one needs to be left at this one because we're watching it until it's done burning.
Okay.
The other 3 are going to be Percy at the Lone Rider, and then I'll stay at the hunting camp, and then they can decide, even if they want somebody to stay at the first one, where Umberto already is.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Matter of fact, when you get there, Umberto has already burnt the bodies there.
Okay. So I will then ride wide of everything and go get food for everyone and bring it back for Percy for the rest of the folks that have.
Yeah, because it's going to be pretty late by the time you get all that done. All right. So you're going to get all that done. Umberto in his mask and outfit, he has everybody, he's got all the other deputy marshals, and actually Willis, the fireman, is also helping too.
What you talking about?
Digging graves, and so everything is buried, everything is burnt up, so everything's burnt. You get back, it's going to be 6-7 p.m. and where'd that brain cell go? August has when you get back to the dining car, August somehow appears as if he has just put out fresh food for you guys.
Much obliged.
Abraham asked you, well, obviously not October because he's, unless he wants to, probably isn't on the train.
I can get on the train. I just can't ride on the train.
Okay.
Right now, I figure it's the same as a building, and I don't see. It would be almost ridiculous for me as a character in this game not to ever go inside any place.
Right. No, I agree. I
Yeah,
agree.
there are limitations.
Right. I agree. Okay. So, you actually come on the train and eat with them?
Well, I probably won't eat with them, but I'll sit there with them and enjoy the time with them, but also going in to make my report.
Okay. So Abraham sees the three of you, well, the four of you then, and asks for a full report.
Can we have Umberto make roller skates for his horse so that he can just be on the track tied to the back of the train?
Roller skates would defeat the purpose.
I know, but it's still funny.
I think they should put you on roller skates,
Oh.
and you could carry the horses.
Yeah, perfect. I'm down for this. Just don't ask me to make a strength check. Yeah. So yeah, we'll go back. We'll go in and report.
All right. Well, Abraham listens to your report, and he kind of looks down, shakes his head, and he says, "That's I reckon that's the kind of stuff that we're out here trying to see." And
Doc says they're called zombies, and that some around the New Orleans area.
That's what they called them. That's what the Creole called them anyway.
well, how many people did that thing kill?
5,
6, 7, 8,
6, and then
around
probably
10.
10, 11.
Um,
And it was approaching a homestead.
Wow. Yeah, it was actually 12.
If you knew that, why did you ask?
Well, that was me saying, not Abraham. Yeah, it was six by the tracks, 5 at the camp, and then the guy on the horse. And matter of fact, 13 if you want to count the original guy as a victim. So Abraham just shakes his head and says, "Yeah,
I knew
that's
we should have let him kill that family. 13 is an unlucky number.
well. I'm glad you were there to save the family." But
By the way, is Percy okay?
yeah, Percy's fine.
Okay.
He actually made it through an episode, beamed down to the planet and everything.
Wow.
First red shirt who made it must be Scottish.
Went to get on the train, hit his head on the doorway, is laying outside underneath one of the wheels right now.
Decapitates him. It's all over for Percy.
All right. Well, heck of a deal.
Yeah.
Abraham says, "Well, I reckon we ought to get back on the way. We've lost the whole day from this nonsense. We're not necessarily on a timeline, but we do need to go."
Yeah, we did pick up an extra horse at least.
Technically, too. Because the rider's horse.
You never did tell me what you were doing with that horse.
I mean, since Doc said horses can't be carriers, we probably would have tried to
burn it. Yeah.
Not burn it, no. To lure it away from the body and then
fire it.
Once far enough away, bring it back.
All right. Yeah, you got it.
Where are you planning on going next?
Well, we're going to refuel and get supplies at Columbia.
Understood.
Did you eat that sandwich, October?
No.
Well, keep it just in case.
It was very nice of you.
You might get hungry on the ride.
All right. So, all right. Well, the Abraham sends. Who's he going to send? He's going to send Jake up to tell the engineer to get moving, and so he said that's fair warning to you, October.
October nods with a smile, and then he will nod to the rest of the group and head off the train.
And never mind. I was gonna say something. I thought better of it. I was gonna say something, Augustus, but I thought better of it.
Okay, I was waiting for you to get what you were going to say out, but okay. Okay, fair enough. All right, well, with that, the October steps off the train, and a few minutes later, it slowly starts moving forward. And unless somebody has something they want to talk about or do, I reckon we'll just pick up in Columbia next week.
Cool.
Cool. Thank you for running, John. And then I do.
Thank you for running.
Yes. Let me throw this all the way up to the top. Give me 1 second. And I'll close us out here.
You win.
Oh, Mighty Kiwi with the raid for 7 viewers. Columbia, Missouri anime.
The _mighty
Welcome
Kiwi
in,
13
Raiders.
raided my stream with 7 views.
Shout out the Mighty Kiwi. How's the Fortnite going? Or what did you end up playing tonight, Kiwi? Hopefully you had a great stream. And welcome in, everyone. If it's your first time here, we're Gamers Edge. We're 11 different editors and contributors. We watch and play just about everything so that people can wisely spend their hard-earned discretionary income. And then we stream the things that we recommend. And we're playing a tabletop role-playing game, which is something we definitely recommend. It's called Deadlands. We're just finishing up for the night, actually. So it's a timely raid. We're going to raid someone else here in a moment. But first, I did want to thank everybody for coming out today. Thank you always to our A. Simpson Legacy Gaming. Welcome to the stream. Hello there. That is not working, is it? It is not. Let's try it this way. But yes, we are just getting ready to wrap up, and so it'll be a double raid for somebody. So Kiwi, thank you very much. Oh, is your birthday stream? Happy birthday. Happy birthday. And don't forget, if you did just come in and you're one of the raiding groups, make sure you do check in for 1 point down below. And last thing you played was Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead is an amazing game. I hope you had a great birthday stream. I hope there were lots of people there. Oh, and we have a drink partner. Drink partners. As always, thanks for everybody for coming and hanging out. Thank you to everybody that followed and subscribed. You're all rock stars. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and, of course, the bell icon to be notified whenever we upload new content, which is almost every single day of the week, Monday through Friday. And, of course, no matter where you're watching, patreon.com/GamersEdge will get your name on every single show that we do for as little as $1 a month, just like the fine folks scrolling across our screen right now, our Patreon and Twitch producers, without whom we could not do what we do every single day. We appreciate them. We appreciate you guys as well for coming in. Definitely welcomed all the raiders, and thank you again, Mighty Kiwi, for the raid. You're a rock star. I do also want to give a quick shout out. Thank you to Golden Hash Brown for the follow. Thank you to I'm going through all the drink partners from Nautico earlier. Thank you to DBZ Yanni for the raid as well. Mafia 6869 for the raid as well. Legend of Zach 177 for the follow, and Tofu the Survivor 91 for the follow. You guys are all rock stars. We appreciate you very much. And thanks everybody for coming and hanging out, having fun with us, laughing, making us drink until we pee. It's all good. And that will bring us then to the end of the show. We're going to raid out momentarily. So stick around, and I'm going to find somebody to raid as the outro is playing momentarily. Until next time, be excellent to each other, and game on.
I need you closer than ever, ever than before. My life is wasted if I can't spend it all with you. I've lived in total darkness, now you're my only light. When you're away, I feel like a shadow in the night. Hold me, and look into my eyes. You'll be staying always by my side. I'll never let you go. No, I'll never let you go. You stay with me. I'll never let you go. No, I'll never let you go. You stay with me until the end of time. I'll never let you go. No, I'll never let you go. You stay with me. I'll never let you go. No, I'll never let you go. You stay with me until the end of time.
You're watching HMN.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know how to play Cypher, and I don't know what I'm doing.
Surprise.
Gamer Sledge!
Cage trigger.
Mark! Mark, one, I really hope you're actually doing a lot better because I know you said that you were feeling really bad and you weren't feeling yourself back when you were on Twitter. I saw that tweet, but I hope you're feeling a lot better now.
Fuck, you have a judge.
Sledge, thank you so fucking much for the fucking raid. To the 18 people coming in from Sledge's stream, hello, how are you guys? My name is Malo. I am a full-time variety streamer, and today we are playing some Valorant. But before this, we were playing GGD, aka Goose Goose Hunt, or Goose Goose Duck, and we were playing some Overwatch as well. Thank you for the hydrate as well, Sledge, because my throat fucking sucks. But thank you, Sledge. I hope you're feeling a lot better though. All right, like I completely feel the fact that you being sick and then having to stream, it fucking sucks because I had to do that one point and it fucking sucks. It's a shitty feeling. So I actually hope that you're okay. But thank you for the raid, Sledge. I really do appreciate it. All right, let me die for a second and then I'll do it.
One enemy remaining.
Oh my god, out of all these snipers, dude, not one of us hit her at all. No!
No fucking way, dude.
Check me's when you get a chance. Peachy, did you tell Trip what I said? Alright, Sledge, I'm gonna finish this cup for you, okay?
Planting.
Where the fuck is she?
That was your mom the day you had the maid outfit on? Fuck, dude, I'm scared to watch it, dude. Bro, I was being a kid back in 2012, but my brother pushed me off because he got mad that I could spell my name backwards. You should have drop kicked him, dude. What the hell? What the hell?
Okay,
I'm
I'm back.
alert for double support because I'm here twice now.
Did everybody leave?
Thank you.
I did not leave.
Okay. Hello.
I always just want to say goodnight and stuff like that.
Yes, sorry, I just had to hand them off.
No, I get it.
And set that up for... There we go.
Yeah. So yeah.
Thanks for running, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. It was